Hello and welcome to another update video about Q&T Quant. Quant broke out of our channel to the upside here, the yellow channel. I think we talked about the breakout already in the last video. I think it had already happened then. We obviously, and that's definitely what we discussed in the last video, that we had a count complete to the downside here, which doesn't always mean it has to turn around. But when you have a count complete, I think we talked about that only yesterday, when you have a count complete, you need to be ready that it's turning around, which doesn't mean it has to turn around, but watch it then. And if you want to take a position, either take it and set a stop loss below the low, or just watch for a reversal signal, right? First signal we discussed in the video yesterday was the breakout of the channel, and since it broke out of the channel, again, you can see how powerful these channels can be. Since it broke out, actually you could even call it maybe a descending wedge in this case. You can see how powerful they sometimes can be. The breakout worked out, yeah, and after such a breakout, sometimes these coins can then gain traction, or these charts, especially if we had a corrective pattern complete. Okay, so it's always when you have the minimum requirements for correction complete, keep watching, keep watching. I did highlight it. And now we could be on track in the fifth wave. Now there are a couple of ways how we can now calculate the target for the fifth wave. By the way, because we're on track in the fifth wave doesn't mean we couldn't still come down in the C wave. This is the alternative count, yeah, but only the alternative, yeah. So because it's the alternative, primarily we do expect upside. Hope that's clear. That's why it says alternative. Because we're currently following this count and the count hasn't been invalidated. It would have been invalidated had the wave 4 broken into the wave 1 price region. Then it would have been a bit ugly, but you can see how the beauty of Elliott wave patterns again works out by just simply preventing wave 4 to break into wave 1 price region, and it's amazing. Interestingly, target-wise, yeah, for the fifth wave, what can we do? We can, first of all, as a target, or maybe let's talk about targets on the wave first, resistances. So the wave B high here of this corrective pattern. By the way, what I'll do first, I'll take the subwaves out. We don't need them anymore. We just take the view. First target would be the 151.50 level. So that will be on the way. That's resistance. A move above the B wave high will unlock levels all the way up to 163.50, and then we need to take that high out to get the fifth. The fifth wave will move to either taking the net length of 1 and 3, and then we look for the 61.8 extension at $169. So that is basically the first main target we've got, 169. Or what we can do, we take the length of just the third wave, go to the low of the fourth, and what we do then is, it's similar, isn't it? It works out similar way. What we're looking at here, because they came back to a very similar level, but what we're looking here at possibly the 1-to-1 ratio, $187. That's another target if we get a sort of an extended fifth wave. What is probably the most reliable way in this case, because it's worked so well to determine the low of the wave 4, is to use this channeling technique. How to use that, we discussed that in one of the last member live streams. But you get here a possible target for the fifth wave, because we don't know yet when we will reach it, but we can use the wave, the upper band of the upper boundary of the channel as a possible target for the fifth wave. So these are sort of and that would take it maybe to just about above 170. So these are sort of the levels we need to watch now, and I think against $126 will be prevented cut into the wave 1 price region, which still allows for an unfolding impulse. We're now watching if it can continue to move higher against the $126 level. That is certainly the key level. If we already break out of the channel to the downside earlier, that would be an early signal that maybe this impulse isn't working out. Okay, and that's my update about Q&T. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.